Our first speaker against the motion this evening is David Sheepshanks. David is chairman of the FA Professional Game Boards and a former chairman of Ipswich Town Football Club and the Football League. He is also chairman of the National Football Centre, now known as St George's Park. David.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to open our opposition to this motion by saying that I could be proposing it. Not because I'm remotely wobbly on the arguments, I hasten to say, but because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beautiful game. And I am, so to speak, in a state of mild delirium and delight at my good fortune to be involved in it and to be able to play a small part in it. As has and will be argued, football will always have its ills and its challenges. However, the pluses so far outweigh the negatives. That, as my colleagues and I will demonstrate, this is indeed the beautiful game. We talk of attendances. Premier League have the highest in Europe, 92.4% capacity. Is that an indication of anything other than a love for our game? In the Football League, in which I've spent a lot of my time, too much, we've had 16 million supporters. It's the highest in 50 years, the 5th best attended league in Europe. Johnstone Paint's final last month, 73,000 people turned out to watch Southampton play Carlisle. 44,000 people came from Southampton. Interaction with fans. I don't see much wrong there. Brighton and Hove Albion, I'll take as an example. I travelled today on a train with the CEO of Brighton. They're going to have a new stadium next season, and their fans' efforts have been integral to that happening and achieving that dream. We have Football League surveys and fans of the future and campaigns to bring in young people. 1 million new youngsters have come to Football League matches in the last 5 years. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the beautiful game. Community activity, I mean, it is extensive, and you might think that it's an excuse on the behalf of Premier League clubs to be seen to put something back, but it's anything but. The 92 clubs of the Premier League and the Football League are investing back in the community, doing extraordinary things in education. I've seen young people being plucked out of classrooms all over the country, coming to a course called Playing for Success that all the clubs, and now cricket and rugby and others, have now copied, seeing their lives change, their literacy, their numeracy catapulted forward by 17 months over literally a 12-week course because of the power of the football, the way we can change lives. Prince's Trust is doing extraordinary things, changing older people's 16 to 21-year-olds, getting them into work. 75% success rate. You see these guys, I see them come in the gate looking absolutely bedraggled and miserable and devoid of any hope. And 12 weeks later, they walk out with their heads held high, ready to get jobs or go into study. At my own club at Ipswich Town, we've a major scheme in tackling child obesity. There are multiracial tournaments. Mention Brentford, Watford, Leicester, Preston. Every club over the country you care to mention are doing extraordinary things. The Football Foundation, in its 11th year, has invested £716 million back into 6,000 projects all over the UK. FA Learning, the educational side of the FA, puts 40,000 people through educational courses every year. We have homegrown players. There are 12 homegrown players, a bit of fun. I won't tell you who they all are, who are in the current England setup, and they came from the Football League. Joe Hart, Ashley Young, Gareth Barry, Aaron Lennon. See if you can work out the other 8 by the end of the meeting. St George's Park, as was mentioned, will be the new National Football Centre, not just a training home for England teams, long overdue. There are 21 teams, including a cerebral palsy team, a partially sighted team, a deaf team, who play under the England badge. It's fantastic what these teams do, but it will more importantly be an educational hub for the game. Our England national teams are back on top. We're in the top 10 again. Our England's women and men's under-21 teams both runners-up in the European Championships, and the England ladies under-19 European winners. Investment in the game, since 1992, the Premier League has invested about £2 billion into infrastructure, stadia, training grounds and pitches, resulting in the creation of the Premier League reputation. For better, for worse, it is the most revered league in the world. Good governance, of course, governance is under attack here this evening. The FA Respect Programme, personified by Ray Winston, is having an effect at every level. Is it enough? No, it can never be, but it's working. Results for the first half of this season have shown that the professional game dissent cautions in 12 of the top 16 senior leagues are down compared to the year before. In the Premier League, dissent cautions are down by 37%, and in the Championship by 53%. Football is beginning to work together. The Premier League and the Football League are in discussions at this very moment about solidarity discussions and how the Premier League can help the Championship and League One and League Two with bridging the gap between them. It'll never be bridged entirely. I'm one of the greatest proponents of more distribution of wealth. This is the beautiful game, ladies and gentlemen. It lights up our lives like nothing else. Inter Milan winning last night in Barcelona to go to the Champions League final. Did you see the delight on the chosen one's face? A win in the playoffs at Wembley, and my own team, in 2000, I said on air afterwards the next morning at breakfast, that was the best day of my life, and my wife growled. Or Hull City 3 years ago, or Burnley last year, or Stevenage fans promoted to the Football League this year. Those tens of thousands of fans, they'll never swap it. Not for the world they won't swap it. It inspires dreams of impossible things for countless young people. Playing for your home team, wearing your own badge, getting into the academy under-9s team, getting on to the next grade to be a referee, becoming a club mascot and leading your team out, or simply walking home on a Friday evening, dreaming of your favourite player scoring the winner the next day. None of this has changed. Football success raises productivity in our towns and cities. I never forget when Ipswich was promoted in 2000, the paper lauded us and said we've added £50 million to the local economy. And 2 years later, they told us we'd taken it away again when we were relegated. But it's the bellwether of the locality and the barometer of the feel-good factor. It creates the conversation. Was it offside? The animated debate. Did the ball cross the line? The disagreement. Was it in the box? The intrigue. What did the manager say to the players in the dressing room? The gossip and the rumour. Who's taking over? The speculation. Who will we buy in the summer? The highs of promotion and the lows of relegation. Newcastle a year ago, fans red-faced and in tears. This year, ecstasy. Imagine supporters at our dear friends Norwich City at Carrow Road, beaten 7-0 at home on the opening day of this season, and now they're celebrating. What a magical game we have. The winning elation and that ghastly pit in the stomach, depression of another ruined Saturday night after a home defeat. The beautiful game may be more beautifully played this season at Arsenal or Swansea than at others, but try telling the die-hard fans of any other club. Football, ladies and gentlemen, is for the long term, warts and all. It is enduring. It will outlive us all. It already has. Football surprises us and delights us. Not the beautiful game. You must be having a laugh. Oppose this motion. Thank you.